Good afternoon, everybody. It's Lynn, the leather bag lady. How are you all today? Actually, my voice starting to sound back to normal. My goodness me, what a long week it's been. Having a cold. Poor Bruce has kicked his ass way worse than it kicked mine. But anyway, we're on the mend, so that's great. And thank you to everybody who wished us a speedy recovery. I appreciate it. So today, it's supposed to be sunny out there today, and it is not. It looks like it's going to rain at any minute. Leather bag lady weather report. But it's 10 degrees out, and I was going to try and fix my headlight in my little car today, but I don't know what I'm doing. And I would need to take the battery out to be able to get into the headlight because it's so tiny. But I shouldn't be driving around with one headlamp burnt out. And I don't want to pay anybody to do it. So who knows? I've been looking for my little spanner, or I don't know, do you call it a spanner here? Or I don't know. What do you call it here? In England, it's a spanner. What's it called here? A wrench, maybe. I don't know. To try and get the battery out. I haven't been looking very hard. Let's put it that way. So our bag today is one of my favorite brands, and a brand that I kind of sort of collect. I used to collect them quite diligently, but not quite so much anymore. It is Dooney and Bourke. Fabulous, fabulous company. They were established in 1978 out of Connecticut. I've got some information. Oh no, 1975. My apologies. See what happens when I don't read my notes? Peter Dooney and Frederick Bourke. Launched from South Norwalk, Connecticut, and it started out with one item, a belt. A surcingle belt. Now, I know what a surcingle girth was, and it had all kinds of different strands in it. So I'm presuming girth as in horse equipment. I used to have a horse back in the day, and the surcingle girth was a little cheaper than a solid leather girth because it wasn't solid leather. It was like strips of leather. So it kind of makes sense when it says that it became popular because of all the strips of different colors. So I'm going to presume that's the same thing. Yeah, price ranges $600 to $850. I've had some Dooney leather kind of satchel type bags. Absolutely stunning quality. Dooney and Bourke has amazing quality. 1981, they started making handbags. And in 1983, their iconic all-weather leather featuring the duck logo came into production. So they do have fakes though. And I have shared with you over the last 18 months a couple of fakes. Both have sold. So obviously the aesthetic of the bag is still impressive enough to people that they want to own it. They're still great bags. They're 9 times out of 10 leather. They're just not as supple leather, in my experience with the fakes. The one it was absolutely gorgeous. The other one, it was very stiff and not very supple. So this little guy is very authentic, very supple. Now, in order to authenticate these little beauties, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but it has to have the red, white, and blue Dooney label. And on the back, there will be a serial number. Now, how many letters has this serial number got? 3, 6. Yeah, so this is not an 80s bag. This is going to be probably a closer to early 2000s bag. I think it's a 6-digit serial number is an older, like 80s kind of thing. But how cute is this? This gorgeous little mini bowling bag. It is so cute. I love that the straps go all the way down to the bottom. It does have a little kind of wing in the ends so that all your stuff isn't going to come tumbling out. It has a key lanyard inside, and it's just super, super cute. Now, there are a couple of issues with this bag. One, there is just a little bit of wear in the corners. Now, I've moisturized the heck out of this little guy, but just, again, always say it. I'd rather you get it and go, oh, that's fine, than go, this is more worn than I expected it to be. So I don't like to hear that at all. There is a little bit of color loss on the lining inside. Red is a very tricky color. You'll never see a red car in my driveway for this exact reason. It fades so quickly. So this has taken on the shape of the stitching in between the lining and the leather for these really beautiful, I don't know what you would call them, kind of, it's like a launch pad for the beautiful rolled handles. It's just gorgeous. The quality, I love this real dark honey color, and then with the two-tone body of the bag, it's just beautiful. Beautiful. There's another Dooney and Bourke label, again giving it a little bit of a more modern telltale signal, that little sign. There's a zipper pocket, a slip pocket, and an identical slip pocket on the other side. I guess you could put a phone in there. I'm not sure if it's big enough for that, but definitely you'll get a phone in the body of the bag. Now, something I'm not quite sure about with this little guy. It has these little tabs on each side. I can't imagine it would be for a strap. I mean, you'd need a really big buckle to fill that gap, and probably would look ridiculous because it is quite a petite bag. So that's today's bags. Got great little feet on the bottom. Dooney and Bourke, you can't go wrong with Dooney and Bourke. They are just an amazing brand. And there's your little bit on the front. Little bit of scuffing on the top, but nothing of any note there. Just a gorgeous little bag. Where did I get this? I think I got this on my last trip to Sarnia, I think. So that's today's bag. So, history pieces today. Here I am in my new favorite sweater. I went to the gym today. So when I get home from the gym, my t-shirt, everything is wet because I do sweat. I work out. And I just take it off, throw it in the wash, and then I just put my comfy whatever. So that's why you keep seeing me in the same sweaters. I do have clothes. Not a lot fit me right now, but I do have clothes. There you go. So our history piece today is 2002. And it is the Kipling totes. So I don't have a Kipling right now, I don't think. I probably should have looked beforehand. But I don't think I have. Can you still see me? Woohoo! This is where all my fabric bags are, right here. Oh, I do have a Kipling. It's tiny, but it'll give you an idea of what a Kipling is. So this is Kipling brand. I think I read somewhere that they kind of patented this real chunky plastic zipper. I'm not sure if that's 100% true, so don't quote me on that, but I do believe I read that somewhere. Now, hanging here, there should be, and this is I think this could be a little controversial. And it's where, in 2002, is where this little hang tag started its life. Why their choice of emblem, mascot, whatever, is a fuzzy little gorilla, I do not know. But that's typically what Kipling did use. I don't know if they would use it today. And I hope I'm not offending anybody by saying that I think by today's standards, that would can be considered a little bit off color. Um, I don't know. I just feel that with today's climate in terms of how people feel about um, mascots, and think of all the hockey teams that have had to change their names and that kind of thing. um, I'm not sure a gorilla is appropriate. I don't know. I just, and maybe I'm being out of line in saying that, but I just don't know. It's not a bag I pick up very regularly. They're beautiful bags. If I find them at a reasonable price, I will pick them up because they're light. They're, it's a nylon bag. There's always lots of pockets. It's great quality. People love the big chunky zippers. But that 2002 entry is because of the tote introduction and the little charm, which is the monkey. So I don't know. The reason I started carrying fabric bags is I used to do house parties back in the day when I could pick up brand name bags daily. That doesn't happen so much anymore. I would do house parties, and I went to one house party and I had a couple of young ladies who were vegan, and they said, "What are you doing for us?" And I thought, oh, okay. Never thought of that. I will never ever pick up the Matt and Nat and David Jones and even Hillary Radley. A lot of her stuff is not leather. Their stuff to me is just a charade. It really charade, whatever you want to say. Sham, that might be a better word. If you put that stuff in the landfill, it will never, ever, ever decompose. It's plastic. Leather, at least at some point, will decompose and go back into the earth. And the leather, 9 times out of 10, is part of a animal that has been used from top to bottom. So the skin of that cow that has produced beef and ground beef and whatever, it only makes sense that we use the skin for leather goods. That Matt and Nat stuff, it is so fragile. It deteriorates. If it gets cold it's winter, and you happen to, bend it or snag it in something, it will crack. I don't know what all the fuss is about, to be honest. But anyway, that was a long story to tell you why I now pick up Kipling, Travelon, Bagolini are really great vinyl offerings, or polyester or whatever they are. What's the other one? I've picked up a recent one, Pick Safe or something, and a lot of them are for travel. So they have extra locks on the crossbody straps and all that kind of thing. Anyway, I digress, as I always do. So that is our history piece for today. 2002, the introduction of Kipling totes and their fuzzy monkey. So you can make up your own mind on whether or not that is something that would be good to do today. Anyway, what am I doing tonight? Oh, I've got a couple of Roots bags to go and pick up today. Actually, 3. 2 from one location and 1 from another seller on Marketplace. They're a little rough, so I am going to have to do a little bit of work. And actually, speaking of that, again, using my Clyde's recoloring balm, I have done an amazing job with this bag. This was all like scratches, and it's come up absolutely beautifully. Now, the only thing I do feel is that it's very matte. And I've buffed it. I've even put some moisturizer on it to see if I could get it to come up with a bit more of a sheen, and it doesn't. So I've contacted the company to see if maybe there's a product that I can use to I mean, it's not a huge deal when you're going to recolor a whole bag, but if I was just going to do the corners, for example, then obviously that would look silly. There would be a very big difference. So I'm still learning about this product. So far, I like it. I have not done my promotional video for them yet because I'm still not 100% sure how it works. I did put the moisturizer on it and none of it came off, so I'm very, very happy with that. That just gives me an idea of the longevity of the product. This is the company, Clyde's Recoloring Balm. Now, hopefully, I fixed the backwards thing. I made an attempt to do that yesterday, so I'm seeing it backwards here. I hope you're not seeing it backwards. Very small pots. I thought it might be a little bit bigger, especially, you know, the cost, but full to the brim, and very easy to apply. There's no smell. Takes a good 24 hours to dry. So far so good. If I get some kind of instruction on how to give it a bit more of a sheen, I'll share that with you. And once I've done the promotional video for the company, I will upload that video as well. I just I'm hoping to get a Leather Bag Lady t-shirt made, something, because I mean, this is a big deal. It's going to be out there forever, and hopefully, you know, it'll give me a little bit of promotion as well. So, oh my goodness me, 16 minutes, way too long. So have a great day, everybody. Rest of the day. Enjoy nicer temperatures today here. Anyway, I think it was 10 degrees when I went to the gym this morning. So in saying that, I'm out. Have a good rest of the day. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.